Hi everyone and welcome to In the Sewers. In the Sewers is a series where I chat to bands varying in genres of rock and ask them how they got started, what they got going on, how 2023 has been, and yeah, just having a bit of a natter. We've had some amazing conversations and I can't wait to share them with you all. Tonight's episode is the final episode of 2023 and I was lucky enough to catch Stu and Luke from White Raven Down. The Southend boys took the time out of their very busy schedule to just sit and chat to little old me about where they got their name from, which is very surprising, and their first album, which kind of links into the whole fable of their name, as well as what they're planning to do in 2024 and our lovely little fun times that we've had at HRH. So let's get to it. Let's see what me and the boys got chatting about. Hi guys, welcome to In the Sewers. How are you doing? You all right?
Hiya, how's it going? You all right?
I've really managed to get my internet working. I don't know what happened. Technology, wonderful, isn't it? Not so much. But today I am joined by you lovely gents from White Raven Down. So why don't you introduce yourselves as to who you are and what you do?
Hi guys, I'm Stu. I am the guitar player and vocalist in White Raven Down.
Hi, I am Luke and I play the bass.
The important bit. So people
Some may say
it. The important bit at the other end. But guys, you
yeah, of course.
Someone's got a cough there. You all right?
yeah. Chest infection's coming back.
Oh, I know, it's awful, isn't it? But you guys have had an amazing 2023. Like, you guys have played near enough every weekend that I've seen. You've had some new singles that have dropped. You're doing everything all over the place. So why don't you tell people what you've been getting up to in 2023 as it draws to a close?
Playing and playing more. Yes, yeah. The live gig feel, or the live show. I hate that word, gig. Live shows.
Yeah. Do you hate the word gig? What do you prefer? Concert?
show.
Show.
Oh.
I always say show.
So Luke prefers the show as well.
If you come to see us, it's a show. It's it's not a gig, it's a show.
I've got to admit, you guys have got bigger and badder from what I've seen online, because unfortunately, I haven't managed to catch you guys this year. But from what I've been watching you guys online, you've been going absolutely acca and insane. And I think, was it last year that you guys were at HRH? And that was one hell of a time. And watching just from the sidelines, like, my ears burst. You guys were loud, you were brave, you were all sorts. But that was carrying on from 2022. So going into 2023, it must have been insane.
Absolutely. And early 2023, we hit the road with our friends in Hearts and Hand Grenades, who are over from the US, and we did 9 shows in 11 days, which was really freaking hard work, especially being our first tour and my first tour as a vocalist as well. It was hard, really hard.
7 on the trot, 7 days without a break was hard.
Yeah. Because you guys go all out as well. It's not as if like you guys just stand there and just do your bit. You seem to put your full spirit and soul into it, from what I've seen anyway.
And I mean, and I think about what we were, or what you last saw in 2022. We've now a year of progression, and there's no holding back. We get people involved. Our music is right between the eyes, and that's how we like it. And and touch wood, people seem to be enjoying it too, and they keep coming back. So yeah, we're lucky. We're very lucky, but we've worked very hard as well.
Yeah, because that's what I mean. Like, you haven't stopped. Like, even just that tour at the start of the year, and then obviously it was festival season all across the summer. You guys were playing here, there, and everywhere. But you played an absolute banger of a gig a few weeks ago, and that was Planet Rockstock. Like, how was that?
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Really, for us, it was something else.
Yeah. To be invited to Planet Rockstock to perform was one thing, And then a few weeks prior to us performing, we then got told that we're headlining the second stage, which blew our minds. And then we're thinking, oh no, you know, have they given us the graveyard shift? Is that the time when people are off to go and get dinner and all that sort of thing? That wasn't the case. That wasn't the case. We were told that you know, the security there clicking people as, you know, 2 in, 2 out, that sort of thing. You know, it was completely mobbed in there. And then afterwards, you know, we played our set and the crowd were noisy as, you know, it was colossal. It was deafening. But it's just, that's the way we like it. You know, we just like want it full on. And when we finished our set, the crowd was chanting, "One more song, one more song, one more song."
That's awesome.
And it was incredible. And we knew, you know, we were on a tight schedule, blah, blah, blah. Our instruments were off. We're doing our thanks. And then the organisers were like, off you go do it.
Where are you going? Like, get back out there.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't know, Brian, what would happen if we didn't. I don't know, maybe. But yeah, we went up there.
And the stage manager, like, I gotta admit, if you've got time, it never upset a stage manager. Jesus, don't do it.
Exactly. We've learned that one. And so yeah, we do another song, and it turns out afterwards that in 10 years of Planet Rockstock, that's the first time that a band on the second stage has been given an encore in 10 years, you know. So, you know, we were absolutely made up about that. So, yeah, fantastic.
I mean, you guys, no, you're all right. Everybody's got a bit of something. Don't worry about it. But you guys, your fans just seem to be absolutely like insane. And you guys have grown in numbers massively. Because I think when I first saw you guys, I think it was 2019, I think at HRH, it was that long ago, and you know, you guys were just so small little guys on a little stage, but you were like full of energy, and you've just got bigger and bigger and bigger. But like, your fans are just absolutely insane, aren't they? They follow you guys everywhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't believe the places where, yeah, you walk into somewhere and you're like, oh, I don't really know what to expect tonight, and you walk in like, what are you doing here? You know, you live like 300 miles, I mean,
yeah,
you know, whatever, you know, and there they are, you know, and we are so grateful, incredibly grateful for that. Yeah,
the show, hometown show a little while ago as well.
Yeah,
and we don't often play in Southend that much now. So that's what, once or twice a year.
That's where you guys are from. I was trying to think. I said, my mum said, "Oh, you interviewed a band." I went, "Yeah." I said, "They're from the place, from the seaside place where all the Londoners go. I can't remember what it's called." She went, "What, Brighton?" And I went, "No, it's not Brighton. It's Southend." That's what I was trying to think. It's Southend.
Yeah,
there was a local gig though. That must have been, you know, because sometimes people say, "Oh, well, you know, you start at home and things like that." But after a while, your local doesn't really want you guys making a racket in the corner of the pub, do they? You know, so it must have been nice.
Southend's been a funny place for us. We learned our craft there. Our first shows were there, and it's, you know, where we're from. What we've tend to find was there was a very, very heavy scene or an indie scene, and nothing much sort of in between, and that's where we sit, is kind of that in between. And so, you know, we've always had to work hard in our local town to get people out, you know. But the people that do come, they always come back, and you know, they're just as fanatical as everyone else. It's about, you know, now we're trying to, you know, like, come on, you know, we're, you know, elsewhere in the country, it's all happening. You know, you guys need to see some of this, you know, and hopefully we can, you know, try and get things to, you know, to improve in our area. So
Well, hopefully, fingers crossed they do. And you guys have an amazing person behind you who's always been at every gig that I've seen you at, and that's the wonderful Katie from Hellfire Entertainment. Now, I don't think I've ever seen like you guys at a gig without her. She's always there, and she's an amazing force of a woman right now. She's conquering the world, but she's one of your biggest fans, promoters. I don't know what else can you call it. Like she's just like another one of the lads, really, isn't she?
She's one of us. She's one of us. It's, you know, you've been in touring bands, haven't you? You know what it's like.
Yeah.
And you sit there, and before you know it, you know you're bonding, and that's exactly what's happened. You know, she's one of us. It was that. I think you probably remember it well. Actually, when we were at HRH and we won the Young Blood award. And so that was, when was that? That was 2022, wasn't it? Yeah.
22,
and when we won it, obviously it was like chaos. Like when as soon as our name was called, we were like, oh, White Raven Down. I'm like, what? I can't. And then like you start hearing our music, and you're like, it's freaking our song. What do you mean we won it? And we
don't win anything ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah. We don't. And we're walking past all the tables, and everyone was so, you know, wanted to like say congratulations, giving us hugs, kisses, whatever, and it was fantastic. And then we got to the top of the stage, and we saw yourself.
While, like, just stood there like, hello.
It was mad, wasn't it? And we were like, okay, I'm supposed to say something now, aren't I? And you know, we said something, and I'm thinking at the time, don't forget the wives. Don't forget the wives. Whatever you do, don't forget the wives. And you know, and I didn't forget the wives. That was great. I did forget Katie, and she's never let me forget it since. You know.
Big shout out to Katie, women in the industry. She's over there. She's like, yeah. She came up to, she caught me in the toilets afterwards. She's like, oh, thank you so much. She's like, I knew them boys would forget me. I was like, oh, I'm not sure they didn't mean to.
Well, no, of course we didn't. Of course we didn't. It was just. Do you know what I mean? It was just crazy. Yeah, it's just total craziness.
Yeah. It was unreal because, like, because those rooms are so packed as well, and I think you guys were quite far at the back as well. You were nowhere near where you needed to be. Like, you were right at the back. I just saw you like meandering through, and I was like, ta-da. Just waiting for you guys to get there. But
it was such a special moment, honestly.
I was gonna say, if you got it still.
Somewhere. Yeah, I have. I've got it. It's downstairs.
I've
go and get it.
It was on my shelf not so long ago.
I was going to say you're using it as a doorstop.
Shall I go and get it? I'll go and get it.
I'll grab it. Now, one thing I was going to ask, Luke, while you're here, may as well. My brother is convinced that your name comes from the film or the thing of Black Hawk Down. But I thought that can't be it. That surely can't be it. So is there a special story behind that?
A couple of little things where it comes from. So there was the initially trying to get an idea for a band name. Oh, there he is.
Oh, have you got it?
It says HRH Awards, Young Blood Winners 2022, White Raven Down.
Hey, that's a canny gold stuff. That's pretty good.
It is. We're mega proud of that.
Oh, bless. I love that. I love the fact that you still, a lot of people just go, yeah, thanks. And off it goes into the background somewhere. Oh, no, I love that.
It was on the shelf up here for about 6 or 7 months, and then Stu remembered, I think it's my turn now, isn't it, to have it? I was like, what do you mean?
Tom hasn't had it yet.
He'll get it in the summer. It'll be fine. He'll get it in the summer. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
we need to sort that out. We need to give it to him.
Hey everyone, sorry to interrupt the interview mid-flow. I just wanted to say, if you like this episode and you want to see more, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button down at the bottom of the page. And if you want to be the first to see the brand new episode of In the Sewers, then don't forget to ding that little old bell. So come on everybody, ring my bell and let's get back to it.
What I was asking Luke was how you guys got the name. Because say my brother's convinced it's from the film Black Hawk Down, and I was like, no, but Luke was starting to tell us that it's a couple of things meshed into one as to where you got the name from.
Yeah, it's always difficult in it to come up with any kind of name for anything, unless you're talented in a lot of senses like that. But I'm not exactly a wordy person anyway. So, but there's like little Facebook things that come up with little names and everything, and you put in little things. You just click a button, and it comes up with stuff, and you know, there's some cool ideas coming up. But eventually, sort of fall onto this White Raven idea, and so you look into it, like, all right, what kind of things are there? Punch it into Google, and there's a load of fables and stories all about white ravens and stuff. So Stu is great at telling a story because he's really good at stories.
Go on, then take over the mantle, my love. Tell us all about it.
So, once upon a time,
See?
So the name comes from it's based on a fable, and the fable is similar to sort of Noah's Ark, insofar as it's a period of heavy flooding, and there's a bison and a raven that are both looking for higher ground to escape the rising floodwater. And the bison has arrived at the fact and convinced that he's going to drown and die. And the bison says yes to the white raven, rest on my back until you are fully rested. But by that time, the water would have risen, I would have passed away, and the white raven can fly away rested, more chance of surviving the floods. And that's what happened insofar as the raven landed on the bison's back, and they became friends as they chatted. When the time that the water looked like it was going to take the bison, the white raven said his thanks, flew off, and what he did is he spotted higher ground, and he returned to the bison right before he was about to drown, and guided the bison to the higher ground, thus saving his life. So as the fable goes, a white raven is a symbol of good luck. So with us, White Raven Down is the polar opposite of good luck. So we named our band Bad Luck.
Oh, that's interesting. That's really, really cool. Oh, that's miles better than taking a spin off, down. That's great. I prefer that. That's me.
Tell your brother if he prefers Black Hawk Down.
Yeah, that's what I was like. He's like, no, it's got to be a play on Black Hawk Down, surely. I was like, do you know what? I'm going to ask him, and it isn't. So I love that. That's great. But does your first album have like kind of a fable kind of link to it as well? Like Greek. I think you said Greek. Was it Greek? Something like that.
Yeah. So our debut album is called "Don't Shoot the Messenger," which is right here, by the way. And it's based the title. Is based on Greek mythology. If I read you the inside cover of the album, it's based on the Greek god Apollo. It says, Apollo learnt of Cronus's infidelity from the white raven. In his rage, he took his bow and fired the flaming arrow at the corvid. The arrow struck the messenger, thus making his scorched corpse and his kind black as night forever. So just to sort of dissect that, the Greek god Apollo suspected his partner of infidelity, and at the time all ravens were white, and he asked his white raven to follow his wife, to which the white raven witnessed her being unfaithful. He came back to the raven, flew back to Apollo and told him of the news. And in a tantrum, Apollo was famous for the flaming arrows and his bow. In his rage, he shot the white raven the flames from the arrow singed the bird's death, singed the bird's feathers at the point of death. And from that moment onwards, ravens have been black according to Greek mythology, and that's where the album came from. And if you actually look at all the titles of our album, they're actually about different parts of infidelity, relationships, and things like that. And so it's not a concept album, but there is like a loose sort of tying with it all. And it's a definite musical journey when you listen to it from beginning to end.
Yeah, I mean, I did really enjoy that first album, but I didn't realize there was like that was the flow of it. But now I'm gonna look at it in a completely different light. You're right, Luke. He can tell a canny story, can he?
Yeah, he's good at talking.
No, I love that. I think that's great because there is a lot of people who just, they say, well, we've got this idea and we've ran with it and then we just like turn it into this. But like for you guys, that seems to be quite a development from where you started to what you do now. Have you got any new music coming up? Have you got anything planned?
Absolutely, yeah. We've just got we're very, very early stages. We've just got the second song of our new album mastered. Only a couple of tweaks before that'll be finished. So yeah, the first song, our first single, we released a couple of months ago now, which was called "Stole My Light."
Yes.
That will be on the album as well. So yeah, it's just it's, to be honest with you, we need time off the road.
Yes. You've played every weekend going. There's only 52 weeks in a year. So, if you've played 40 plus, that's a fair amount. You need to sit down a minute and have a cup of tea. Like, goodness me.
Yeah, exactly right.
Sorry.
And see, because
he's already started. Look at that.
So yeah, you
guys seem to be doing really well though. If you guys have got 2 songs already and you're getting there, like I'm sure it's going to be absolute smash in 2024. Surely
we've got some fantastic shows lined up for next year, but we are going to be off the road. We're not going to be touring. There's a few festivals we're going to be doing in the summer, so we'll see. We'll see. The wheels could come off it yet, but we're looking forward to it. But
clap
again,
out on the side of the M1, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. It's like a Tottenham tour bus, reckon all the wheels fall off. And
don't tell Tom that, Jesus.
It's all right. He's not going to know. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just us in the internet are going to know. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Well, one thing I have been asking bands as I've been going along is if they've got a guilty pleasure. So something that maybe people go, oh, do you know what? You shouldn't really like that, but you do. Like for me, or hate them, I love Nickelback. Or an alternative would be something that everybody expects you to love, but you don't. Like, I don't really like Iron Maiden. A lot of people are going to shoot me for it, but I don't. A couple of good songs, but I'm not that into it. So what is your guilty pleasures / maybe shouldn't love, but I do or don't love when I should?
I obsessed you with my one.
Yeah.
Go on then.
It actually upsets quite a lot of people.
Okay. Go on then.
I'm not into Motorhead.
Right.
Okay, I really can't. I don't know. It's just everything.
Even as a bassist, just
just never grabbed me. Everything just seems to sound like overkill.
Right. Yeah, I get what you mean.
I'm too proggy minded for that.
So you're just like, do you know what? Nah, it's just do my thing. I get that because, like I say, I'm not a massive Motorhead fan. I'm really not. But my brother is. Hence why this little guy has to at my table all the time. My little mini Lemmy, and then he's on the wall up there. He was on the wall up there at some point. He fell off, but I didn't tell my brother, so it's fine.
I'm a massive Motorhead fan, and I'm like, Luke, come on, dude, you got to be able to see this. It just ain't having it.
It just ain't having it. Oh, right, okay, I get that. Well, what about yours, Stu? What's yours?
So the thing that everyone else likes that I don't. You know what? I think I don't really understand you know, that sort the sort of LA scene. What's the word I'm looking for? Please, I guess. You know, that sort of
Sleazy cesspit.
yeah, yeah. I
You're not
don't get that. I think it's because I don't have the hair. Do you know what I mean?
Says the man with a woolly hat.
I know. I know.
No, I get that. Some people really don't get it. I mean, I love it, but I understand why people don't, because there is a point where it did become very cookie factory. Like everything was just a mold of something, and it was the same thing. Like some of the bands I play on my AOR show, I never even heard of, and people are like, oh, they were great. They're exactly the same as the next thing, so I understand why they get missed. But no, I get that.
Yeah.
So like maybe like Motley Crue and things like that, or like Pretty Boy Floyd or Cinderella, those kinds of guys.
All of those, I can't listen to any of it. Honestly, it is like, where's the stop button? And like, as quick as I can find it, I can't help it. I can't help it. And I know everyone loves it. I can't. I'm sorry.
Like now we're not speaking. Now we're not friends. Now, no, no, I get it though. It's not everybody's bag. It really, really isn't. But you know, that's fair enough. Do you guys have a guilty pleasure that you think, ooh, people wouldn't expect me to love, but I do?
Stu's a bit of a Girls Aloud fan, isn't he?
Oh,
I do.
That's nice.
I do like. I'm really not like, so I get involved in a lot of the production stuff of our band. So I do a lot of recording and mixing and stuff for us. And I do love a female vocal that's heavily compressed, nice wet vocals. When I say wet, I'm talking about reverb and things like that. When anyone starts getting filthy, you know. You know, yeah. There's something really nice with a real nice textured female voice. And in fairness, yeah, Girls Aloud, they've got all 5 voices all together, and they blend beautifully. You've got to go, wow, the production is freaking cool.
The production's great.
The production had nothing to do with Nadine at all. Yeah.
No, not at all. The fact that she's Irish, beautiful, nice set. No, it's got nothing to do with that at all.
Nothing to do with that production.
Not that side of the production, no.
Yeah.
What about you, Luke? What's your guilty pleasure?
You should really see what's on my phone, to be honest.
On your Spotify Wrapped.
I've got a lot of Disney stuff on it as well.
You can always just blame the kids. It's fine. Blame the kids. It's fine.
Although there was a good story with.
By the way, sorry, I was just going to say. By the way, please don't think that I stream Girls Aloud every day, because I don't. All right, just putting it out there. Right?
just throwing that out there just to clear that up. Not every day, okay? Yeah, not every day. Yeah. Just
not every day.
On the way to rehearsal, maybe.
Sorry, Luke, I interrupted, mate. Go on.
It's all right. I'll let you off this once. Jesus. Doing the boring day job bit, as you do. Driving along the A13 in the van, and had my phone on random, and all of a sudden Frozen comes on.
Oh, God.
Irritating song. But the guy that I was working with absolutely hated it. So I had to turn it up and put the windows down.
Of course. Only way to let you do it.
Hear it. Just to upset him.
Love it. That's how it should be. Guilty pleasures is one of them. I've got to love it. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, guys, we are coming to the end of our little interview, sadly. So is there anything you should tell your fans to look out for in the new year, or any advice you'd like to give to anybody who's starting out in a band?
There's 2 very, very different things you've just said there.
Tackle one at a time.
Yeah, okay, right. If you're starting out in a band, find something better to do. You'll be financially better off if you don't do it. Anything else?
But if you have to do it, Don't
Yeah.
stop. Keep
Yeah.
going forward.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that. And what about going into 2024? What should people keep out for you guys?
We've got quite a few announcements that are going to be coming out even very soon, even very, very soon. They've got some great festival performances to look forward to next year. As I said, we will still be very much out and about in terms of socials, and things like that. But we aren't going to be on the road as much as we have been this year. But the wait will be worth it. The wait will be worth it. And when we do come back out onto the road, we'll be doing a lot more headline sets, a lot more loud, heavy music. And what do you want?
That's awesome. I can't wait for that. That's going to be so, so cool. But thank you so much, Stu and Luke, for taking the time out to chat to little old me in the sewers. Fingers crossed we can catch up when you release your new album next year. But stay safe until then. Lots of love, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Thank you. All the best.
Thanks very
Lovely
much.
talking to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much to Stu and Luke for taking the time out to chat to little old me. Make sure you do check out what the guys have already released on their Spotify account. The links will be in the description below. Also follow them on social media so you can be the first in the know of what they've got going on in 2024. And I'll also drop down the link for Hellfire Entertainment so you guys can check out all the amazing bands that are on the company's roster. But like I said, that's the final episode of 2023. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series, and I am planning to do some more in the future. January is going to be a little bit quiet, but make sure you stay tuned to all my socials for all the other shows that I have, including the AOR show every Tuesday from 1 p.m. till 3 p.m. on hardrockradio.com, as well as a whole lot of noise every second Thursday in the whole month. So every 2 weeks you can catch a whole lot of noise on Scotland Rocks Radio from 11 o'clock on a Thursday. All the descriptions for everything will be below, but I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and until next time, catch you later, Glamratters. Bye bye.